interested in Duet AI, but particularly Duet AI in AppSheet. Like, how can I automate with just those tools?
That's right. So recall that Duet AI, which who's heard the term Duet AI a time or two at Next so far? Yeah, a few of us have. It's our new generative AI capability. It's integrated into the core of both Google Workspace and Google Cloud, right? And it can help you write code, analyze security threats, and even develop applications. Let's take kind of a gnarly use case, and let's see how far we can get into it using just Duet AI and AppSheet before we have to parachute out into some kind of custom code.
I wanted to easily capture data using a phone or tablet, so anyone in the school or on the shop floor can initiate a report. The safety team should have an operational dashboard so they can track and escalate issues. And we're going to want some help from IT to establish a method for AI to evaluate the pictures for specific areas to see if they are in compliance.
Sounds good. So let me see if I can get that into a prompt that Duet AI can use. So I need to capture incident reports. Each incident has type, status, description, a date, and each incident should be assigned to, what, a team member, right? So let's put this in and see what happens. Now, I didn't exactly give Duet AI an architecture diagram there, so it's going to be interesting to see how it thinks an app like this should be built. And look at this, what it gave us is a couple of tables. So we've got a team members table, and we've got an incidents table, and as we can see by this team member ID, it seems to think there should be some relationship between them, so that seems cool. We can click on this little pencil if we want to make changes to this, but actually, I think we can also do that through chat.
Can I just narrate it with my voice?
That is a great use for another cool thing we just shipped, which is unstructured audio capture with Duet AI. So try this. I want you to hit that plus button there. All right, and then hit the audio button, and we're going to see if we can just narrate this new incident report. You don't have to like narrate exactly what's in each field, which is good because you can't actually see them right now. Just kind of tell Duet more or less what you think should be in this report, and we'll see if it can connect the dots. I mean, as a developer with existing workloads, you're likely going to have existing APIs and ML models and so on that you want to make available to other parts of the business. And it turns out that AppSheet lets you put a new front end on that stuff super quickly.
While staying in the Google Workspace world of single sign-on with familiar forms and such?
Exactly. So let's say that I've built an amazing Vertex AI vision model to help identify pictures of workstations that are out of compliance. Actually, let's not say that, let's show it. I actually have that app available right now. It's built out in a different Google Cloud project. It's behind an Apigee API, and it looks a little something like this. Okay, cool. So you can see some amazing developer styling going on in that diagram. But what we're looking at here is it's a Cloud Run service that fronts Vertex AI. It's going to run a few little prompts for us, and then it's going to come back asynchronously and call back to AppSheet.
Everyone say AppSheet!
AppSheet. Awesome.
All right. Okay, save.
Let's hit save. All right, and now if you pop open this card here, it's going to take a second for Vertex AI to read this picture.
Let's see if Duet AI and Cloud Workstations can help us write some code.
Excellent. I'm a big fan of Duet AI doing auto-completion of code, but also it can generate entire blocks of code. Here, for example, you have a comment. Just from that, we can generate all the code we need to talk to Postgres database, to loop through the rows, and then to email each customer that has an abandoned cart.
Look, my parents raised me right, so I'm also going to add some test coverage to this. And so right from the IDE, I can pick the operation or even do it right from chat, but I could pick the operation and say, generate unit tests. It'll jump over to the Duet AI chat, right, where we can ask questions, but it'll also throw me some unit tests, which I can copy back into my code, run them, and make good choices here.
AI generated summary is actually generated by Duet AI.
That's right. Yeah, you may remember this from the main keynote yesterday, but it's going to give us some verbiage about why it's not good that we have an admin service account with all these extra privileges. But watch this. We can actually go deeper than just a summary. If I click on the attack score itself, these attack exposure scores you'll see next to these vulnerabilities now, and that's just based on, we rank these vulnerabilities as high, medium, or low concern. We have a numeric score assigned to those. You can actually configure that if you want, but you know, a high score is bad, low score is good. It's like golf. And if I click on this number 21 here and select the organization, you should see something super cool, which is our attack path simulation. So let me zoom in on that so you can see it a little bit better. What do you think about that? We are killing this, man. Anyway, look at what Duet is doing here, right? It picked up a number of things for us. We've got a secure service account key that's available from the public internet. I like these little red exclamation points here because it actually points to if we have other related vulnerabilities. There's kind of this fractally integrated set of problems in our account. And we can kind of explore that in any direction. It's like choose your own adventure. And it's all mapped out for us here in this nice little attack path simulation. And it brings us all the way down to our demo bucket, which is where we have our build log stored. So all that build metadata we were creating before is actually potentially exposed right now, and this is a good note that we need to fix it. So yes, that's where we're at.
I'll be honest, I feel like my mind just melted a little bit here. One of my long-standing, forward-wishing looking just goals for cloud overall, just say, hey AI, just tell me which of these containers have vulnerabilities, which policies are over-permissioned, and just give me the steps to remediate them. Don't make me guess, don't make me put together a bunch of tools, and it really feels like we're starting to get there.
Let's see if you can get it to find like a specific type of safety incident, like maybe all the reports that say injury or something.
Right, because I'm terrible at writing SQL. So when I can just give it a comment and have it give me a query statement, that's making everybody better. It'll also give me some options. I might look and say, that's not the one I want, or hey, that looks close. All right, let's pick that one, run that. And what it should give me then, I'm querying that, I'm getting only 2 records back, because we have injury somewhere in that audio transcription, which is awesome. So when you're ready to take off your analyst hat and put on your ML engineer hat, what hat is that? We can switch over to Vertex AI.
Okay.
Look at this. This is the same notebook. So this is the same notebook we're looking at.
Can you call Palm? Can you extend that with Vertex AI? Do summarization from there?
Yeah, so let's actually invoke the Palm API so we can summarize maybe that lengthy summary there and get back a nice little description that we can figure out which factories are a hot mess. Oh, there we go. I think you showed me the little magic wand button before. Look at that.
I like the wand, you know.
It doesn't take a lot to please me. There we go. And so if we come back, we see there's a summary. I'm getting a single sentence summary of what might be a really long transcription. Right. And I'm doing all this in the data frame. Again, I'm not leaving my tool set.